like this.
Son of a bitch.
If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer.
Hello guys, welcome back to your favourite podcast on the internet. Or
I like that intro.
In the internationally best podcast ever. We've won plenty of awards, like biggest cunt.
We got the Emmy,
rattiest man.
We won
Rattiest man.
We've won Emmys, Oscars,
Emmys,
award winning.
Enemas.
enemies.
The Enemas
Plenty of
would be a
enemies.
good replacement for the Emmys. The
I think we've got
Enemas.
plenty of enemies now after half the shit that you've said.
Enemies.
Hey, the only enemies
We've
I
got
have.
the Scientologists on our ass now.
Oh
man.
shit! Yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
about that. Yeah. Well, not our problem.
I like them. Anyway, my name's Matt, this is Greg, and that is Lewis.
How we doing?
Our structure is as follows. Chat shit for 10 minutes, topic 1. Then an advert that's not real, and watch them. Then topic 2, then the news, and then agony cunt. So
yeah, it's just chatting shit for an hour. So.
Oh, there's a ghost.
the door just opened. What has everyone been up to?
Mate, you know what? I bought the new Spider-Man game.
It's good, isn't it?
Okay, right. What we all been up to?
Spider-Man game.
Yeah, just Spider-Man game. Casual thing doing.
Mine
I'm going
arrived.
to get all the trophies, man.
Yeah.
We're halfway there. It's a very, very good game. I understand some of the criticisms of it, but fucking just enjoy it.
It's just fun. You only want a Spider-Man game to fucking just swing around Manhattan.
Yeah.
And it does it perfectly, so there was no complaints.
I mean, you're never going to get something genuinely, really intriguing from it, are you? It's a Spider-Man. It's a superhero game, so...
Yeah, superheroes just aren't intriguing stories.
from
It's
what
just
yeah.
they're the bad guy. I'm a good guy. I'm going to go
And
stop him.
as long as it's not a movie license game, then
Yeah.
we're all good.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not a movie
exactly.
license game, so it's all right.
Yeah, a very large majority of superhero games are shit.
Awful.
Yeah,
fucking
I'd say...
Awful.
And it's
humongous
It's
turds.
incredible that they don't make anything. Like, imagine...
Apart from Insomnia.
Yeah. But just imagine what you could do with the Marvel license. You can make RPGs,
God,
where you can create your own character and
That'd
stuff like that.
be brilliant.
That would have been incredible. But they just see it and they're just like, no, we're just gonna make Marvel Heroes Alliance 6, where you can play as Captain America. It's great. I really think everyone's gonna enjoy it. Get 100 sales, and it's just like, why do people not buy it?
Because it's just shit.
I don't know who's in charge of this shit.
What
but
I
idiots.
do hope is that this is the beginning of a lot of good Marvel games, because they realised the success.
What-
I think it's the highest selling PS4
What happened
original
is
of
that
all time.
Arkham Asylum
Really?
came
Yeah.
out. After Arkham Asylum and Arkham City and all that, people have seen and are just like, oh, they can make good superhero games.
Bro, they're
so
so
now
good.
everyone's trying to capitalize on it.
I love the Spider-Man game. I love it to death, but the Batman games are next level.
I need to play those.
Yeah, you can't
You need to watch Dark Knight first.
Yeah, I need to watch
You haven't watched
You-
fucking Dark Knight.
I
Yeah,
haven't
we
seen
talked.
any of
We
them.
talked
Yeah.
about
It's
it.
been
like
out
the
for a
first-
decade.
Yeah, I know.
This is the same guy who got annoyed when we spoiled Star Wars.
Yeah, but that was only about a month after it
It
came
was
out.
like 3 months.
It wasn't like 3 months.
To be honest, I'm surprised you dodged the spoiler that long.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite.
I'm pretty good at avoiding the internet.
I went to
Like-
the midnight premiere and I still had it spoiled for me. So it's like, I don't know how the hell you avoided it for that long.
Because I'm sneaky. Rat boy.
You little sneak.
There's quite a lot of red.
That's because of you.
That's not. That
I
wasn't
think
me.
it's because of me. Because I'm pretty close.
Okay, if it sounds shit, we apologise. And
I'll
it's
move
Lewis.
back a fraction.
In all fairness, the last podcast was all red. It was
Yeah,
fine.
this-
Lewis,
is true.
can I just ask you a question?
Go.
In our video that got no views because
What
we
one's
didn't
that?
clickbait it. That's why YouTubers clickbate, guys.
What video is
Because
that?
if you name it something normal, nobody watches it. Okay.
It's true.
At the end of that video,
What
Greg's,
video are you talking about?
the last video that we made,
The haircut
The vlog.
video.
the vlog
Yeah, the vlog.
with Bay watching.
Oh.
At the end of that video, Greg says, go over to Lewis's Instagram and just write rat on his photos. Did anyone do that?
Not as far as I'm aware.
You failed us.
I'm very disappointed.
Okay, guys. So we're gonna go.
I watched that video to the end. I don't remember that bit. Did you say that?
Yeah.
Bastard.
I did say that.
Skaven.
I wasn't gonna leave that in, but then I was just
Skaven,
like,
the Rat Man.
no one's gonna watch his videos. It doesn't matter. Yeah, we got the cooking pot coming out.
Well, it's probably already out by now.
Yes.
For viewers, and so is the second vlog. Hopefully.
Yes.
If we get everything done in time.
So you have 2 more videos to go up, but they should be up.
By the time this comes
But we're
out,
not making any promises. But they should.
I am. They're up.
Oh!
If they're not up. Go over to Lewis's Instagram and write rat on his photos.
Yeah, and then we'll see it, and we'll remind ourselves that we haven't done it yet.
Like a little phone reminder.
Yeah, it's
Rat.
like-
Oh, I gotta
Rat.
do that.
Oh shit!
Guys,
Yes.
this first topic is going to annoy both of you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's old people, isn't it?
No.
Oh, okay.
That was last podcast. Jesus.
Okay,
Christ.
so
You want to talk about ageism?
It's not ageism to hate people that are.
it's not ageism to hate people of a certain age.
No, but it's like at that age you become completely dysfunctional. It's like it's not. It's,
Most old people I've met hate the youth, so
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
hate them as well, so
but,
fuck them.
They wouldn't have a pension if it wasn't for the youth.
okay. Yeah, guys, let's go into the first topic.
All right.
Topic 1.
This topic, guys, is going to annoy
I'm
both of you. No, it's going to annoy you in the fact that you're going to be like, no, we're doing something else.
Oh, it's gonna be farts or something.
Right, so this is our 10th podcast. Yeah, go us. We've actually done something.
It is. We've been doing this for 10
Incredible.
weeks.
This
Technically 11 if you count the vlog.
Fuck.
Fuck.
This topic is, I'm putting the onus on these guys because I've created all the topics, and this topic is future topics. Go
The
ahead,
topic
guys.
is future topics.
Yeah.
That's such a cop out.
Yep.
That's the biggest
Yeah, but it's just
cop-out.
going to be us saying, oh yeah, maybe in the future we can talk about this. Let us know if you want to hear that.
Yeah.
So you want us to talk for 15 minutes about something that we could be talking about, but we're not?
Yeah.
This is like
I give these guys
This is
lists and lists of things filled with.
this is pure
We can talk
laziness
about
right
technology. How about this? Why don't we talk about AI?
Okay, yeah. All right.
Why don't we just talk about the future?
The future.
That can be anything.
AI is going to be what I
Yeah.
talk about then.
We can all
Lewis.
give our own predictions about what we think the future's going to be like in like 100 years or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you put your fingers in your ears? Oh no, don't worry.
Hey?
So AI, there might be some, Elon Musk smoking some weed here.
I can't believe people are so pissed off about that. Like,
Who cares?
Who gives
Who
a
gives a fuck?
fuck? Who
Who
fucking
cares?
cares?
I don't even care. If
fucking give a
it,
shit.
mate,
Oh my
I
god,
don't-
it was legal in the state he was doing it, but naughty.
Bro, he can
Fuck
stick
off.
himself full of heroin. If he's going to get us to Mars, I don't give a fuck.
To be honest, I don't think I'd trust the word
Look,
of a heroin
look,
addict to get me to Mars.
there's
or
like-
I don't really trust Elon Musk in general.
There's like 200 governments, yeah? And this geezer is going to get us to Mars before them.
No, he won't. He said
At least he's attempting to.
10 years ago. He said in 2 years we'll get people on the moon, and then 8 years ago he said in 2 years we're gonna get people. He's like the perfect bullshitter exaggerator because it.
But
increases...
he does get some stuff
Yeah,
done.
he gets some stuff done.
Eli Musk.
He does get shit done, and he's pretty cool. And it's nice to have a businessman that actually does shit like that. But
There's too many billionaires
he
that
still
just-
lies to increase his stock price.
Of course.
And that's the at the end of the day,
Everyone does.
he doesn't really do much. They put
Yeah,
a
what
car
does he
in,
actually
they
do?
put
Okay, so-
they put a car in space. I
Right.
mean, like
He-
th-
right.
that's like it's just a publicity stunt. Is all they spend their
Okay,
money
Greg.
on.
Elon Musk, yeah?
They do
He
have a
doesn't,
really
he doesn't
cool
really
rocket
do much,
that,
yeah? Why don't you list off the things that you've...
Oh god.
I don't do much. Why do you have to turn that on me? Who gives a shit?
Gregolon Musk.
I'm not sat here saying
More like
I'm
Elon Thrust.
I'm just saying
Yeah,
that like
considering you hate Elon Musk, you're very similar. You don't.
He doesn't hate him.
You do a lot of talking,
Nah.
but you don't really do much.
I'll tell you what, the
he
only-
has like this god worship around him that is just unjustified because he doesn't.
I
Really,
do like him, but that I don't get.
He doesn't. He
will
hasn't
give you
really done like when you actually look at the things that like SpaceX have done and stuff. It's not much. And then it's the fact that he's saying, "Oh, in like a year we'll get people on Mars and stuff." It's like, dude,
No, you
you've
won't.
only just been getting rockets into space. let alone outside of the fucking
but
outside near the moon and shit.
You need
They
to
haven't even
say,
sent a rover. They haven't even sent a rocket to the moon yet, and they're saying, "Oh yeah, in a year we'll have humans going there." He's all bullshit.
yeah, but how do you know that not much of that is anything to do with the fact that he has limitations?
Of course, he has limitations, but he's not honest about his limitations.
Or,
That's what I'm saying.
Or people sell him the fact that they can do that, then he goes out and says it, and then...
Well, he would have realised about 10 years ago that they've been bullshitting.
Okay, this is boring as fuck, but anyway,
Yeah,
AI... Yeah, but Greg's obviously... He's probably jumped on the bandwagon of reading Reddit comments where it's like, Elon Musk is actually a piece of poo, and he's like... Greg flips his mind so easily just reading Reddit.
I don't, because I've never liked Elon Musk.
He actually did used to.
So have we got any predictions for the future?
Yes.
Say 100 years right now, like just something random.
Nostradamus.
What? Nostradamus.
Yeah,
What?
you remember that joke?
It rings a bell, but can you retell it?
No. Okay, so that was a bit of a shambles. What we're going to talk about is the future.
Yes, the future.
Kind of, I don't know, maybe what we would like for the future to be.
I think what I'd like for the future to be and what I think the future will be are two very, very different things.
Yeah, same.
It just gets in the way, doesn't it? Like,
Because I was just thinking while you were talking, Len, and the only future prediction... I can think of 100 things that I'd like to see in the future, but when I actually thought, what do I
List
think is
them.
going to happen in the future? There was only one thing I could think of, and it was that babies will probably be produced on iPads. Just bizarre shit. Do you know what I mean? Like there'll be no need
like
for like...
CRISPR.
You know how like everything is like on a fucking iPad or an Apple product, some
Well,
shop.
so like if you
in
want
the future,
if
you'll
you
be
want to
like,
have a
oh,
kid, you just like
I
you
want to have a
select
baby
what their
now.
eyes look like
Yeah.
and shit, and then
Beep, 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 beep,
and
beep, and it's done.
And then like there's like this shoot, and then like baby just pops out.
oh, is it like
Yeah.
character creation on like
Yeah, I
Skyrim?
don't, just some bizarre shit.
That would probably that is
That was
something
all
I
I
could
could
see
think
happen.
of. Like-
they would never do that. They'd never allow it.
They wouldn't
wouldn't.
allow that.
Either that or like...
That's like being a medieval person saying, "Oh, they're never gonna let women show their ankles."
All I was trying to say with that really is that all I can see from the future is the already horrible side of technology now that you look at, like, oh, for fuck's sake. Like, I just see that in the future, but in an even bigger scale. Like, you know when you see, like, 2-year-olds with iPads, and they're, like, they can't even talk, but they can navigate it's fucking scary. So, like...
No, but I don't think that's scary.
Do you not?
No.
I think it... What? Yeah? No?
I'll tell you why. Because they need to grow up with stuff that took
I get
us a
that.
while to...
No. I get why it's sort of... I get why it's a necessity, because they're going to be in an era where technology is everywhere.
Yeah.
But it still freaks me out, personally. Like, I didn't have a phone until I was about 16.
Yeah, but why does that mean that no one else can?
I didn't say no one else can. I just said it freaks me out.
When my mum was younger, she only had a
Bread
black...
was a tuppence!
She only had a black and white television, and they watched the snooker on it.
That's a good joke. No, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it freaks me out. Like,
Dude, I'm just being devil's advocate. It
don't know,
can
like-
freak you out. It's fair enough.
I remember going on the internet for the first time at about the age of like 13.
I
Like,
got a
what the
funny story
fuck
about
is
that.
this? Like, and now like kids, they can't even put together a sentence, but they're like, yeah, give me your phone. Beep, 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 beep. I'll unlock it and I'll go on YouTube and I'll search for something and I'll play that. Yeah, I want to watch that. It's like, what the fuck? Like, it freaks me the
weird.
fuck
It's a bit
out.
weird,
Like,
man.
you can't even tell me if you need to shit or not. You're just gonna shit in your pants. But I give you a phone and you can
No, that's
unlock
what you
it,
do.
tap it.
You say, go on Notepad
Whoa.
and tell me if you need a poo. They can't say it, they type it. Okay,
I think we're leading to a future like Wall-E.
Yep,
Where
yeah.
it's just fat people
Riding around on
I
it,
don't
yeah.
necessarily think that's a bad thing, because at the end of the day, humans...
It definitely is.
Humans,
That just
humans
goes-
just like to sit about and do nothing.
that
That's
just
what
goes
people love
completely
doing.
against what you just said, where you say you're going to character create when you're older. You make them so that they have the ability to never get fat.
I didn't say character create. You said character create. I just said, like, because we're in this sort of era now where, like,
It'd be hard
It
to
just
make it
seems
so
like-
people couldn't get fat.
it just seems like everything that comes out
Change,
is...
if you can change like the eye color, so you get
Yeah,
rid
the character
of-
creation would surely only be the very beginning.
Yeah,
it
but
depended on... It would
The
depend
problem is
on
that
how
like
you
to
live.
build up fat, like you need... It's literally built into like the very like basic blueprint of being an animal. To take it out would be like, I don't even think your cells would metabolize.
Yeah, but we would find stuff in the future if we can change how people's eye color is. Yeah,
but that's
Before
easy.
they're-
That's just a few genes.
Then you would
Levi's.
they would have created food by then that makes you feel full, but doesn't put weight on.
Yeah, maybe.
No, see, I don't think they would.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's all about what makes money, isn't it? How
I-
much? How much
Can
money?
I ask you a question? This is a bit weird. Yeah.
Go on.
If you're doing a character creator, yeah, and you want your like a son, yeah, yeah, does that mean you can change the size of their genitals for when they grow up?
I don't fucking know. This is.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
say character
'Cause
creator.
that's
You
weird.
said- all I meant
That
from
is
my
weird, but
statement.
you probably could. Yeah, that's definitely something. That
No,
could
all
happen.
I meant from my statement was not character creator. Yeah, that probably wouldn't surprise me. But all I meant was like that we live in
Lewis,
this.
you know
we
this
live
is
in this
conjecture.
sort of
This
fucking,
is a comedy podcast
Yes.
where I'm taking the piss and joking.
We live in this era where everything is just complete. Anything that is brought out now is just. How can you be that extra bit lazier? Like, we've even got this thing now where you don't even have to put your fucking debit or credit card into a machine. You just tap it. Oh, it's far too much for me to put it in and put numbers in. I must just tap. So my point was, in 100 years, it would be like, you wouldn't need to go out, find a spouse, have a like, you wouldn't need to. It would just be like, oh, I want a baby now, but I can't bother all that hassle. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, there it is. That's what I meant. Like, it's just completely out of... How can I do this in the easiest, most laid-back way possible?
I think
that's
probably,
what I meant.
Probably the easiest prediction to make about the future is that we have no fucking idea what it's going to be like.
Yeah,
It's like being 100 years ago and trying to predict what today would be like.
Do you remember all the like the 50s
Yeah,
future things where we would be driving like the Jetsons?
Yeah, I think
That was what they thought. You see Blade Runner, and it's like the time's gone past, and we're like, you ain't got fucking none of that.
Yeah,
shit.
but I don't. But
Doesn't look like Hong Kong though.
That's Hollywood though, because I don't. Half the people that directed those films and those programs, I don't think if you actually asked them, what do you think the future's going to be like, they'd say like that. It's for Hollywood, isn't it? Could you imagine if Back to the Future 2, where they just went there and it just sort of was the same but a bit brighter and a bit more boring? Everyone would be like, what the fuck? You have to make it like mental because it is Hollywood.
I'll tell you one thing, right? You know, we're just chatting shit about this, yeah. But all right, yeah, no, okay. So when things get created, a lot of them now we think of them as the limits that we have for ourselves now.
Dude, this is such a philosophical chat, man.
What
I
do you
feel like
mean?
I've smoked a gigantic fucking...
All right, Musk.
This is like
Musk
fucking...
is back!
We're all just saying like, yo, but in the future, like, what
Musky
will
scent.
it be? Like...
Mate, I love that
I've
inhale.
smoked
That
a
was the biggest
fatty.
inhale. But it was like,
Yeah, go on.
I love Musky. I'm not a Musk fanboy though. So when you're,
I'm wearing Elon Musk.
we think now through our limitations, but in the future those limitations won't exist.
Well, we think they won't.
Or think about this: in the past, do we create something in the future because of something that we spoke about in the past?
You have to remember that while humans can probably break our like limitations that we have, like intelligence and physicality and all that, probably in the future, there's still the laws of physics, and you can't break those.
But you also have to remember as well,
Yes.
a lot of the
You won't.
limitations...
You just can't. You can't. There is no way you can break the laws of physics.
But they would have said that 100 years ago.
It's like, imagine if a sim just suddenly just came out of the game. That's how absurd it is to break the laws of physics. It's just not gonna happen.
Okay, Lewis, think about this. What do you think of us being in a simulation?
What, right now?
Yeah.
Well, no.
It's a pretty mundane simulation.
Because a simulation is a concept that we came up with, so why...
Yeah, but maybe it was put there because we're given the free will.
Okay, one, how would you ever know? And two, if we are and we're never going to get out, why do we need to
And
care?
the most absurd thing about the idea of a simulation theory is the computing
I
power
don't think somebody would
be
make a
absurd.
simulation this
You-
shit.
Yeah, because the universe that is simulating us would have to be so much different to ours because they would need to be able to compute things faster than, like, say, our
Quantum
speed of light.
computers.
Yeah, but even quantum computers aren't fast enough. If we made a quantum computer tomorrow, we would not be able to.
Septum
We would not be able
computers.
to simulate something as vast and complicated as this universe. It's just not going to happen. We'll probably be able to make smaller universes, and maybe there's a bigger universe simulating our smaller
Rick
universe.
and Morty style, like
Yeah,
universe
but
inside
I
microverse.
doubt. There's probably a limit.
I would say there's probably a limit,
But and maybe but like Lewis said, how the fuck do you know? You just don't know. And it's a bit.
I get
If
the
we are in a
why
simulation-
we
it's
talk
like-
over each other way too much.
It's like sat there wondering whether you're just a brain in a vat. It's a pointless. It's such a pointless.
Because you're never going to know, and it won't make a difference. So why does it
So
matter?
who gives a shit? It is one of those things that people in philosophy talked about it for like a day because they were just like, well, it's just pointless.
It is pointless.
Yeah.
But
So-
I
If
just
a big head tomorrow
wanted
came
your
out the
take on
sky and went, "You are in a simulation," bruh, I'd go, "Okay, right, well, I've still got to pay my taxes tomorrow and go and get fucking bread from the shop. It's not going to make any I'm not going to suddenly fly away. It's not going to make any difference
Lewis-
to how
Lewis
shit
is the lame
existence
man.
is." So, the what? But no, sorry, going back to talking about limitations as well earlier, we only know our limitations from what other people tell us. As far as we know, I'm not talking about the laws of physics, but like as far as we know, things have been solved and all this, but we're just not told about it because stuff makes too much money. Do you know what I mean?
Put your tinfoil hats on, boys
True,
and girls.
though.
Yeah.
he's got a
No, I
point.
know.
Do you know what I mean? We're all sat here going, "Pfft, fucking, how would we ever do that?" And big heads are like,
We do live in a society
easy.
where things only really matter if they make money.
It's sad.
like you talking
I
about
mean,
the pills that,
It's
that
not.
you can eat
It's not
that fill you up
always
but don't make
true
you fat.
because there are some things that don't make money which have made a difference. You know, like there's like some medicines that are given for free to Africans and shit. You know what I mean? Because
I love that. Do you know what's so funny about that?
Africans,
Do you know what's
what I mean?
funny?
What?
All the aid that American pay to help Africans, but then they don't pay to help each other.
Yeah, but that you're trying to steal my tax money. You're trying to steal my money. What are you? Some kind of communist?
Would you guys pay 5% more in tax to know that the police system was fantastic, the NHS wasn't going to go under?
If I had genuine proof of
Yeah.
it, then yeah.
The reason
Yeah.
I'm fine with like paying like a decent amount of tax to guarantee services like that is because I don't want to get robbed and poor like places that are poor and like because do you know where welfare even exists? It exists because people were just robbing the shit out of people when they were really poor. So they gave them welfare, and then suddenly the crime dropped like 100%.
Robin
What?
Hood.
Completely.
Yeah, and it did. It
Robin
dropped.
the Hood.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not. Like, I understand why people don't like it because people don't. I don't trust the government, and people don't trust the government. That's fair enough.
Do you know what I want in the
But-
future?
You know
This is an invention I want to be made in the future.
what?
Keep itching.
Oh god.
That would be good though.
The eye massage. You did.
Your dick.
Nah, like obviously, if I could have anything invented, it'd be a hoverboard. Or
Hoverboards.
I've had this idea for a while. I don't know if I've talked about it before, but bioengineered birds, giant bioengineered
God.
birds. It's a genius idea. I had
This
to get rid of
doesn't
cars.
work.
Basically, think about it like this. I don't know. I feel like I've talked about this before in the podcast.
I have not heard about
Okay.
bioengineered fucking.
I came up with this
birds.
idea when I was like 15. Okay, after playing like
You
Sky.
should have kept it there.
Okay,
Fucking
so basically
intrigued.
the idea is that eventually we're gonna be able to bioengineer animals. So like you can make a cat that has glow in the dark skin.
To stop them going extinct. Or...
Yeah, you could literally And so my idea is get like the bird body plan, scale it up.
What sort of bird?
I don't know what kind of bird do you like. What's your favorite bird?
Pigeon.
All right, we'll have it. So we'll get pigeon, but then we change the
Sky rats.
we'll change the genes in it so it grows really big. But we'll also add genes in it so that it has a brain similar to a dog, so you can train it.
Train a dog-sized pigeon.
No, it's bigger than a dog. It's like a giant pigeon that you can ride, but it has the brain of a dog. So it's like there.
You can ride and train your very own horse-sized pigeon.
No, but then you can just ride it everywhere, and it's well trained. It shits when you tell it to shit.
No.
It's gonna be great.
He's told me this before.
It's
and
genius.
My main problem is you think of a pigeon that size. Can you imagine the white shits it would take over your car?
No, but it wouldn't because you train it. It's like you can train a cat to shit in a fucking litter box.
Yeah, but sometimes there's still shit in the house.
Yeah, sometimes they do, but that's like a small thing. But you can use that shit to fertilize your crops.
Yeah, but that shit is
Is
coming
this not
out.
dangerous?
But then you can get rid
like,
of roads because no one needs roads when you can fly in the sky. But then you got more farmland, more food.
So can you remember
It's
the amount
genius.
of people who got
Fertilizer.
harmed from the ice bucket challenge?
Yeah, but
Can you imagine a hot pigeon shit coming out of the air? That's gonna harm some people.
Yeah. That's like saying, okay, back in the days when there was pterodactyls, do you think that like all these dinosaurs were dying from pterodactyl shit here?
No, but they weren't human size, were they?
Yeah, there were. There's loads of like tiny dinosaurs.
Oh yeah. I always forget about the pussy dinosaurs.
It's just never said it'd be fine.
Stupid fucking.
You can
Greg loves dinosaurs.
we're supposed to be talking about the future.
This is the future.
We're talking about dinosaurs.
So basically, what Greg's trying to say is there's never going to be hover cars.
So we might as well just
birds.
bioengineer birds.
do you know
That
why
is a
there's not going to
smart
be hover
solution.
cars? Do you know why?
It's
Because
a
it's
smart
Hollywood
solution.
bullshit.
We're not gonna get flying cars for like ever because we can't trust humans with flying cars. They will smash
No,
them
you
into
can't.
buildings.
You can't trust
But
humans
we
with normal cars.
We could trust humans with flying cars if they were completely automated and that you couldn't take over them. That would be the only solution. Because I think we're gonna hit.
But we're kind of trying to do this with the
bit-
Google car.
No,
thing,
but I think
aren't we?
it's a realistic thing in 30
Google,
years.
Is it Google car?
Yeah. Well, I think Google's doing it. Tesla's
Is it called the
doing.
Google car though?
No, I don't
thing
think
that
it's cool.
drive-
I think
what's
it's
it
cool.
called?
It's just a car, self-driving.
But it's
car.
like It's like fucking crashing everywhere and shit. every
No,
time
but
you try
I
and
think
use
in
it.
30 years,
God,
Every
I
single time has been a human's fault, though.
Yeah, I think
That shows you, doesn't it?
I think it's reasonable in 30 years that driving's gonna be illegal, and that if
I fucking hope so.
it's gonna be self-drive. Everything's gonna be self-driving, and that think about how efficient it would be because you could have like crossroads, and cars could just be dodging each other because it's all computer, like all completely automated.
I had this idea once.
It's
is that,
genius,
like,
and mate, no traffic.
you could. Why don't you just have like?
saying.
Why don't you just have like?
That's the main reason to do it.
Yeah.
Why don't you just have like the roads are all like sort of tram lines? You know what I mean? And your car is almost like a Scalextric. You know what I mean? And then
No,
that
then
way,
you could- yeah,
you're
but
not going to
It's
veer
just-
off. You're
yeah,
not
but
going to go
the big
anywhere.
issue with that is
That would cost so much money.
Building the infrastructure for it. Just
Yeah, but how much?
'Cause
Right,
the
building
one
the
thing
infrastructure
people-
for fucking to have cars that drive on their own.
yeah, but that's easy because you
They already have 'em.
You just slowly like
Not one for every driving person.
Think about our best way to describe it is think about how like every new car has the little touchscreen box or whatever. You know, they all have it now, but it slowly was introduced. And that's what's going to happen with self-driving cars. It's going to slowly introduce until all of the old cars are just kaput.
But you say those self-driving cars every time it was a human's fault. I heard on the radio that it was because they were way too fucking hesitant and they didn't go when they should have gone, or like they just stopped at stupid points. Like
If you think that it's scary having an automated car, I would Google the Tesla accidents. So Tesla's basically a self-driving car, but it can see all the hazards faster than a human.
right.
And there's loads of like dash cams where it swerves out the way in the right time and all that sort of stuff.
Fuck.
But then the issue is if I go one way and there's two people, and if I go the other way there's three people, and it's the only way I can stop, how does the computer...
Just because of two people. Boom.
Yeah, that's what I think. Anyway.
But that's the best way to do it. Like,
Or if it's one person in the car, you kill that person. Because that's only one death.
that might be the future we live in. We
That
don't
might
know.
be the future. We're gonna be sealed inside automated car coffins.
Car coffee.
I think it'd be cool though. Yeah.
Carfins.
So that yeah.
I still think the bird idea is the best solution to the transportation problem.
There's
So
definitely
let us know, people. Would you rather have a self-driving car or a horse-sized pigeon that you can ride around on?
It doesn't just have to be pigeon. It can be hawk.
Whatever's
you can
your-
get
whatever's
owls,
your favourite bird.
You could get pterodactyl ones. You could get ones that look like fucking those Nazgul things, eagles. I don't
I'd
care.
fucking drive around on a Nazgul.
Yeah,
Lord of
I
the
think
Rings
that is the future that we all want and we all need. So vote for me.
Second topic is the times we've been abroad.
Yes.
And there's a broad amount of times.
Yeah, well, we've pretty much every holiday we've gone on together.
What countries have you both been to?
Egypt, the States. We've been to like most of Europe. You've been to Italy. I haven't been to Italy.
I'm suddenly remembering
you went to Turkey, and I haven't been to Turkey.
And
Germany,
Amsterdam.
Austria. We've been. Oh yeah, you've been to Amsterdam.
Oh, I'd love to go to Austria.
Oh mate, Austria is probably one of the most beautiful places on the planet. I went to what's it, Salzburg and Salzburg.
Do you guys want to budge up this way?
And it's right at that border between Germany and Austria. So you've got like the flat farmland of Germany,
fuck.
and then suddenly
Mountain.
the mountains out of nowhere, mate. It like you would think it'd be like gradual hills.
That
and then,
sounds
but it
incredible.
literally goes flat.
Like a Minecraft.
Yeah,
fucking
literally,
hill.
the airport is right next to this giant mountain, and you're landing on this flat plain, and you're just like, oh, there's a fucking mountain there, just out of nowhere. I don't understand the geology. It's crazy.
Okay.
We talked about this in a previous podcast, and it's about the time me and Lewis went to Canada.
Oh, you bringing up a Canada story?
Yes.
What
The
one is
plane.
this? Oh, okay, that was fun. Yeah.
Because we've talked about talking about this, but we haven't talked about it.
Okay. Do you want to explain it, or do you want me to? Or...
You'll probably remember it a little bit better than me.
Okay, right. So we were off to Canada. We were off to Canada with it was me, you, Paul, and Harry, and we were going to visit Ken Domick, KBD Productions. TV, yeah, TV. He's an amazing guy. I love that man. That man is brilliant.
He's
We
a
said we
hero.
were going to Canada.
Unky
He
Ken.
lived like miles outside of Toronto. He's like, I'm going to come to Toronto. I'm going to guide you guys around for like a whole week. The guy, I can't. There's not enough love for that man. I love that dude. And yeah. So it was the day before your birthday, wasn't it, that we flew out?
Yes.
Day before. And Matt does this thing every time we go abroad, as far as I know. He gets a little bit drunk before we fly, just so he can go to sleep. Because obviously, like, when we've been to the States, when we've been to Canada, it's like a 9-hour flight, an 8-hour flight. So, sink a couple, have a couple of miniatures.
I think most people do.
Yeah, you go to. I have a couple of drinks before. I'll have a couple of pints before I go on a plane. I won't get blackout.
My worst
fuck
thing
that.
is like if you have a few beers beforehand, you just end up needing to piss a lot. Piss on a plane is irritating.
That's why you get yourself an external catheter.
So, Matt's convinced me to have a couple of sips of Jaeger and stuff. So if you've drank Jaeger, you'll know that it's fairly strong, but you don't have to have a lot of it to make you fucking stink. You can smell that shit from a mile away. It's
Yeah,
like you've
it's-
doused yourself in cough medicine. It fucking stinks.
Yeah, it stinks of coffee.
So, and I'd just like to interject quickly that I've been to America twice now, and I've never had a problem going through. And you think with all the sort of things that happen and the terror sort of threat of America, you think they'd be on the ball. Every time I've been to America, they're just like, yeah, go on through. But Canada,
it's because you're British.
fuck me. I've never had such a nose, right? So we land. Matt's a little bit tipsy.
Bro, you missed out so much of that story.
Where?
Let's just talk about the plane for a second.
You got drunk and fell asleep for 9 hours. That was it. That was
Wrong,
the plane journey.
wrong.
You fell asleep on a
Wrong.
Chinese woman next to you, and we had to wake you up for lunch.
See, there you go. There's one bit you missed. But this is
I'm
what
more
happened.
interested in nearly getting a thumb up the arse and being sent home.
But we've got to make this a little bit longer.
Well, we've got other stories we can talk about. I've got some holiday stories.
We're on the plane. I don't have any more alcohol. It's 9 hours.
Oh yeah, shit.
I kept going to the back and saying, "Hey, can I have some more beers?"
They were like, "Go away, English man."
It's my
for fuck's
it's my
sake."
mate's birthday.
Yep, that was another one.
Can I have some beers? So she gave me like 4 beers, and then I
He
go
just
back.
kept getting up and coming back with cans upon cans of fucking like.
Because it was like, you know those flights where the food's free and all the drinks are free.
But you've got to wait a couple of
Yeah.
hours. Like,
And they're Canadian, so you're just like,
hey,
"Hey, what up, buddy? Can I have
who's there?
can I have a couple cans for the flight?" And they're like, "Yeah."
Now you see, every Canadian I've met is lovely, but French Canadians, oh, Sonny Jim boy, Sonny Jim
French
laddie.
Canadian is like rude nice.
Yeah, they're horrible. Well, my experience with them anyway.
I'm joking.
Right, so the plane lands. Matt wakes up.
I clapped.
Matt. Yeah, he did the clap. He always does the clap. It's great. He's got the clap. So we all get off. Me,
I
Matt,
got the
Harry, and
applause.
Paul. We're all walking, and we've obviously got our visas. And we're all handing them over, and they do the general thing where they ask you a couple of questions. Oh, you know, where you going to? And I went, oh, you know, I'm going to so and so hotel. I'm just staying here for a week and visiting a friend. You know, blah blah blah. Paul goes through and they put like a tick. Harry goes through, they put like a tick. Matt's off somewhere else. I go through and they put like an R or an X or something. He just asked me these basic questions. He's like, "Where you going?" I was
You
like,
failed.
Yeah, he's like, and I'm like, "This is odd." And you're walking and they're going to the right, to the right, to the right, to the right. About 20 people in front of me to the right. And I get there and they go, "That way." And I'm like, "What?" And he's a guy with a gun and a baton and they're like, "That way in that room." And I'm like, and I'm looking at Harry and Paul just stood over there. And I'm in this room for about 10 minutes on my own with like a lot of people that look suspect. Do you know what I mean? Like,
You included.
yeah. And I'm stood there like, oh my God. I'm in Canada on my own. I'm like 18 at this point. I'm like, I'm fucking scared right now. I'm stood in this room on my own watching all these people like begging, like, please, please, with their like forms at these desks. I'm like, oh fuck man, this sucks. And about 10 minutes later, this man stumbles in drunk. I'm like, oh thank fuck. I walk all the way back to queue to stand. I'm like, bro, we're in some shit here. And we go up to the desk and basically we determined from the French Canadians that the reason that they had pulled us aside was because we didn't have return documents printed out, thus proving that we possibly had intentions of not leaving the country. But one, Paul had all the documents, and two, they were all in his phone anyway. Because who does printed out documents anymore? All your plane passes, you do online, don't you?
That's what old people do.
And they never knew that from talking to me. Do you know what I mean? All he did was take my visa and ask me some questions. He never asked to see a return pass or anything, because if he did, I'd gone, oh, that guy's got it right there. So I was like, bullshit. But it basically took about half an hour, and we almost were not allowed into the country. But the only reason we got let into the country is because it was Matt's birthday the next day, and we said that we were here for like a sort of party or a sort of getaway for this man's birthday. And if it hadn't have been your birthday the next day,
They probably wouldn't have let us in.
me and Matt would have been sent back to England.
Dude, they were asking this stupid
We were in there for half an hour, like.
I don't get that like thing. Like you're British,
And they're all French.
You're British people
all
going to
French.
Canada and they're worried that you're just gonna go. It's fucking cold there. What the fuck would I want to move to Canada?
Yeah, they were asking me. I was like,
It was pretty cold.
I was like, sorry, but I'm 18 years old. I got a family back home. I've got like £150 in my bank account.
Family.
What on earth do you think I'm going to come to Canada and fucking do? What do you think I'm just going to go live in a bin?
No.
Why do I fucking know?
Mate.
Like,
You're a runaway.
but why would you go to Canada? If I was a runaway as a teenager, you think I'd go to like Amsterdam or something, or somewhere in
Yeah.
Europe? Why would I fly fucking 9 hours to be told to go home? Why would I do that? Yeah, French Canadians, and then that's what they would do. They
that's
would
what
talk to
happens.
us, and then they would be like, and then they start speaking in French, and we would just go
Yeah.
like, fucking
Nah,
like,
you knew that they were speaking in French just to be like,
yeah,
Intimidating.
fucking bastards, yeah.
You-
non bien.
You should have just started speaking in French back, and they were like, "Ooh," and
Je ne
then
sais
they
quoi.
start speaking in German or some shit.
So yeah, no, if it wasn't Matt's birthday the next day, we would not have been allowed into Canada. Fun story.
Probably.
Probably. Well, she seemed very angry with me.
Yeah.
So I don't know who you spoke to, but my woman was very interrogating.
Mate,
I've heard that like French Canadians are like normal Canadians think that like they're like animals. You know, like sort of like how like the North and South in America hate each
okay.
other.
They think they're
How about
animals.
times
You know what I mean by animism?
Yeah.
Okay. How about times we've been away? Got any funny stories of when me and
You got
you've
any
been
funny
away, Greg?
stories or
Well,
crazy
yeah,
stories?
there was one where we went to Germany, and
Oh, is this when you...
yeah, so we
Yeah,
went to Germany like visit family and just like travel and just enjoy our time, and
We have German family.
we're not German. Like,
We
well,
fought our own family.
Sprecken's
Our
dick.
families fought each other.
That's cute.
Not
So
really.
yeah, so
That's just-
we go to Germany, and I was about 19, 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was just, you know, I was at that stage where you've started like drinking heavy, and I was just like,
Everyone knows that stage.
If that wasn't an advert for English binge drinking,
Man,
I went,
every-
you know, 19 when you start drinking like fucking Hugh
yeah,
Hefner?
like
Yeah.
every night I was just drinking during the day. Like we go to like their like Aldi's, and it's so cheap to get drunk. Like you get like 6 plastic bottles of beer for like €3. And you give the bottles back and you get €1 back. It's €2.
Europe, man.
We were getting fucking wasted, and then the car was just filled up with these plastic bottles.
English
and we would
people.
just take it to Aldi, use the money that we get refunded to buy more booze.
English
It's
people
mental.
in Europe is dangerous.
Yeah,
It's
man.
fucking
On
dangerous.
behalf of all Englishmen who drink too much, I apologise.
You just can't help it. Like, I think if I lived there, I'd get to the point where I get sick and tired of drinking because, like, wow, I hope that's what.
That's why I love the same people in this country that moan about like foreigners invading, and the same people that go to like some little village in Prague and like have a complete piss up and just ruin the place. And all the locals are like,
or like the ones that
"Look at
like
these
retire in
fucking
Spain.
asshole."
They're like the ones that like retire in Spain. It's like all these fucking Polish people coming over. I'm gonna go live in Spain for
I'm
the rest
gonna
of my
go
life.
build
Yeah,
a
they got-
villa.
Like they're somehow better. It's just,
I'm gonna go build a villa and walk into the local shop and moan that there's no PG tips.
What, mate? Do you fucking speak English? Yes, fucking Spaniard.
Go to Spain, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, but like,
Hang on,
so, no-
I saw a picture recently of a toilet in Germany for Oktoberfest where they have their own specific puke basin.
That's incredible.
that is genius.
Germany, man.
Germany,
I've been going to Germany.
efficient.
I've been going to Germany since I was about
It's-
10 or
it's the
11.
it's
They
the
are
best country.
20 years ahead
It's
of
the
us.
best country on the planet.
Fuck
It's
me.
easily the best
Mate,
country.
no, in Germany, that puke sink has some sort of thing that sucks the alcohol out, cleans it, and then is reusable.
Mate,
Yeah.
Germany are like 20 years ahead of us, man. I swear to God. I went to a football game in Germany, in Berlin, in like 2010, and I'm a Southampton supporter here. They're Premier League. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, the best league in the world. You sit there, you can't have a drink, you can't have a fucking bottle of Coke with a bottle lid on top of it in case you throw it, even though I'm fucking 400 yards away from the other fucking fans. Do you know what I mean? You're not allowed this, you're not allowed that. You got to sit there, fucking, it's all shit. Go to a football game in 2010 in Germany. Player gets injured. 3 seconds later, a big woo 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 ambulance symbol comes up on the fucking board. We're like, what in the fuck? And they're like, oh, this player's injured. And you're like, what? How the fuck did you? Next thing, a woman comes down with pretzels and beer, and she's just handing them along. And you're like, what in the fuck is like? They're just giving you out shit. And you're like, yeah, they got their own little like smoking terraces. You just wander off. They are.
You go to an English game and it's literally you just got like some fat guy who's took his top off, even though it's fucking freezing, and he just turns to you and he's like, "Look, mate, you like my business? Yeah, see, I got butterfly, nice and easy. Yeah.
Germany, man.
You know what I mean?
One of the best countries.
So you
in the
could
world.
say that the
English
Germans
people.
are blitzing it right now.
There's a
Okay, carry on with your story,
I'm
guys.
surprised that they lost 2 world wars because they're ahead of us. You know what I
Well,
mean?
we'd lose now.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was like.
Well, no, they didn't even have an
It
army
was like
anymore,
50 to 1.
Well, they still
though.
lose.
Well, no, it's like a minimal army. You know?
I mean, it was the rest of the world versus fucking Germany.
It was a
Italy,
bit of
and
an
fucking China.
it was a bit of an unfair
yeah,
matchup,
it wasn't
wasn't it?
really fair.
Yeah.
Well, they screwed themselves. They punched first.
They did. You should never punch first. If you punch first, you're gonna get
Wailed
punched first.
first. They came in wailing, man.
Because like,
Wailed first.
no, like the thing is that the US was
me
quite
first.
sympathetic.
That was the
to
Japanese, wasn't it? Coming wailing. Right, Greg, finish your German story,
Yeah,
please.
we've gone off on a tangent, haven't we? Yeah, so I just drink loads, and then it gets to the point where I've drank maybe like 6-7 days straight of booze. I haven't had a cup of water in 6-7 days.
Is this in Germany?
Yeah, I suddenly just feel really ill after drinking some beers, and I just puke up a bunch of blood. Because
Greg never pukes.
my stomach lining was like basically just torn apart by
Fuck.
not drinking any water or anything.
It was also because the night before me and Greg were drinking 11% beer.
That was one of the worst like things.
German beer, man. They got that shit right.
But yeah,
How do you?
we done loads of shit, but it's like
Have you got any crazy stories from abroad? I've got a couple of crazy fucking
I
stories.
don't know. Like so, whenever me and Matt go on abroad, it is basically we are those trashy English people that just drink too much. Like when we went to Egypt, we were just getting drunk at the bar like constantly.
It was all inclusive.
I smoked so much that I'm pretty sure my lungs were bleeding. Like I went from smoking like maybe like 3 rollies a day, which was like
3 skins.
yeah, 3 skins a day. And then I went from that to smoking like a 20-pack of Marlboro Reds a day.
Oh.
And I literally we were like
That's what they call it, Marlboro Red.
yeah,
isn't it?
we were going all out. And
your phlegm
there was
is
this one time we
red.
were just at the bar and we were getting drunk, and the guy just goes off. I don't know, we'll do some Egyptian shit. And what? Don't be racist, guys.
That's not. We didn't write the song.
You enjoying that? Let's I'm just have to build a fucking pyramid. I'll be back in like.
No, but he disappears, and Matt's there agitated because he's just finished his beer. And Matt, especially back then, when you see a drunk, it's like, I need to drink. So he just climbs up behind the bar, starts getting the thing, and the guy comes back, and he's like, no, you can't do this. And then Matt's just like,
Stop!
It's all inclusive. I can have it.
It's all inclusive. I can go behind the bar.
And he just rips the ball open with his teeth and just starts drinking it. But the guy clearly can't do anything, so he just stares at Matt with his like angry face for the rest of the night. Then there's like this weird Ukrainian woman. That,
he was away for ages.
English people are.
But then there was like this
worst.
weird Ukrainian woman that like half her face looked mutated from Chernobyl or something. And but Matt was just like, hey, where are you from, lady? And he was blasted. Oh, it was so funny. It was good.
Yeah, I'm not even joking, right? There's no problem with having this, but she was looking in two directions.
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
I can tell she was talking about.
She probably would have been attractive if it wasn't for the Chernobyl.
Oh fuck.
But yeah, that's just the sort of shit we like. What was the last time we went on holiday? We've obviously been in like Cornwall and shit, but that's not like. That's
me and you have seen some pretty crazy stuff together. Again, Canada. We witnessed a robbery.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I felt like Peter Parker for a minute, like chasing a guy down an alley, like, stop right there! Like, and then you slowly realise that it's not a film, and there's 10 of us, like,
Yeah, but how
Anyone
many...
gonna jump in?
How many people were getting robbed? Like, was it just
one guy. We were walking down the street.
But how many people were robbing them?
Just one guy. We were walking down...
There's 10 of you. Take him out.
Dude, it's different, man, when you're in person. He's a crazy man. I don't know if I go at that guy, has he got a knife? I'm not getting fucking
I wouldn't mind if they had
if
they had a knife. It's not that bad because you can outrun them, and they wouldn't really chase you down just because you're trying to intervene. But I tell you what, if they had a gun, I ain't intervene.
It was we were
fuck guns.
How'd you know?
Yeah, we don't even know what he fucking had. But we were in the street and we just hear this guy in the distance like, help me, this guy's got my phone, help me. And we're sort of like, what the fuck is that? And we turn around and there's this guy like chasing after this guy, like, this guy's got my phone. And this guy's like, get the fuck, I ain't got nothing, I ain't got shit.
If I had
and we chase him down an alley.
I had witnessed that like exactly one day after playing that Spider-Man game, I would have tried to intervene and get stabbed. I would have got stabbed and died. But
Spidey senses.
Yeah.
No, but that was crazy.
That is crazy. I don't know what I would do.
I
if
think
I
you would have liked Toronto. They had like this underground mall.
I do like robberies, yeah. So
Toronto's fucking Toronto.
Actually,
so cool.
there was another time when we were in Toronto, and there was this geezer coming into the sports shop. He literally took his coat off, tried on another coat, and just walked out with it.
Yeah,
that's genius.
He walked straight past me, but I was like so drunk, and I was just like, "Did that just happen?"
I used to work in a WH Smith one, and this dude just comes in. And with like one of those huge duffel bags, just goes to like the art section, which you think's a bit weird to rob, but you look at the prices of some of this shit, it makes sense. And he's just there, and he gets all this stuff, and it just goes. I see it, and I'm just like, I'm going to go downstairs and tell everyone. I didn't want to intervene. I was like, oh shit, what do I do? I was like 16 at the time.
Stop right there.
No, I was younger. I was like 14 because it was work experience. So I was like...
I'll tell you what though, I went to New York like 2 years ago and I saw a fair amount of crazy people. You know what I mean? Like it's New York. There's the odd crazy homeless guy.
There's a lot of people who live there, so the odds are...
I tell you what though, nowhere near as many crazy people as Canada. Every time we went out, there was an insane person. Like a crazy person.
Yeah, but that is just Southampton and Portsmouth.
No.
And London.
No. Southampton's full of hoodies that want to stab you. I walked past a woman in Canada with a boombox with a microphone hooked up to it. She had dreadlocks in different colours hanging off of her head. With her nose against a wall, she was playing this weird soundtrack, like whale music, on a boombox. Just facing all of this with a microphone going. We walk past her like.
And you walk past that and you think, oh, that's weird. What do you think? Oh shit,
dude, I was scared.
How about that Santa guy? Remember him?
Oh yeah, who we found out he's famous. Yeah. We walked down the street, Paul's filming, and a guy. This was like fucking April. Guy walks past in a Santa hat and just like. And we're like.
So Tasmanian devil was he?
Yeah, no, it was. I got the word YouTube out of him. And that was it. It was like, no, I'm YouTube. We were like,
So he's Scottish.
right. I don't know what. Yeah, probably.
Florida.
It wasn't a Santa hat. It was some fucking.
Did you enjoy
Scottish-
Florida?
I did. I really enjoyed Florida.
I really
I don't
enjoyed
do
Florida.
well in the heat. I'm a typical English person. Like the heat, but the amount of fun we had and staying in that villa, all together, was fucking
The
cool.
one thing I didn't like about when we went to Florida is it's intimidating. Do you know what I mean by that?
Well, because you're scared everyone's got a gun.
No, because they do have guns because they can walk around with them.
Oh, yeah.
The worst thing was like we went to like a water park and
Oh, fuck.
when we're driving home we hear on the radio that someone just got shot there, and I was just like, it's just like for a person
It's
where
scary how casual.
because we do have gun shops and we have guns, but they're not like something like common. It's like there's like
Unless you're a big time drug dealer in England, you're not roaming around with a gun.
yeah, or if you're a farmer. Farmers fucking
drug
arms
dealers
and
and
thieves.
farmers have guns, but anywhere else in England, you'll either just be beaten up or stabbed.
So in America, we're going to like Walmarts and they just have like AR-15s just hanging on the wall, and I'm just there, just like, okay.
That's just ridiculous.
And we go into like these shops and it's just guns everywhere. They love the guns.
I remember when we
It's
got
just
to
a bit
Florida
intimidating.
and we got to the hotel, and the first thing we did when we got to the hotel is we wanted to go to a shop. We were like, I'll go to a Walmart, and we asked a woman, and didn't she say something like, oh, I wouldn't go to the Walmart? Didn't she say something like that?
Mate, the internet makes people scared of Florida.
Yeah, the Florida man thing.
I think that we went.
I love Florida. Canada scared me. I
Did
love
we go
Canada,
to
but
Florida
Canada
a
was
couple of
scary.
months after that guy's face off?
Probably.
The
How long
bath
ago?
salts.
We went in 2006.
Yeah, I swear, like,
right?
Florida's main problem is with people taking bath salts and then doing the crazy shit. That seems to be, like, every bad thing in Florida.
And alligators.
Oh, and hurricanes, of course.
Yeah.
Recipes.
Have you ever had an experience where you're abroad and because, like, when you're abroad, you have that sort of sense of, like, what a wonderful place this is, I'm away and it's magical, and then you hit a sense of reality and you're
Yeah.
like, oh.
And you're just like, oh, shit, this is just a
I remember
normal
being in
place.
Prague and crossing over, like, the Old Town Bridge where, like, everyone goes, and you're like, this is beautiful, isn't this great? And you're seeing the sunset over the bridge, and you're like, oh, wow. And I sit on the edge of this bridge, like, it's my family, and we're all like, this is really nice. And we look down, and there's a load of smackheads just doing heroin, like fucking properly, like, and he's like, and we're all sat like, right.
Mate, you should have gone over and had a chat.
Yeah.
I've got a video of it on my phone.
See if you can get some free horse out of them.
It was disgusting, man.
So,
You just get that whack of reality, like, oh no, okay, right.
yeah, I had that as well when we were in Turkey, yeah. And we went out on this lake on one of them little pedlos. Pedaling around, yeah.
Yeah.
And suddenly we see this turtle. Just this
Oh,
wild
shit.
turtle.
Yeah,
and it's
man, that
literally
would be
going past us.
incredible.
And we thought it was a plastic bag.
Yeah.
But it was a full-on turtle, and we were just like, sort of...
Man,
following
I
it
was
a
so
little bit.
jealous. I'd love to see a turtle.
We were... But I'd say the bittersweet moment of it is I'd love to have got in the thing and swam alongside it.
Yeah. Great white sharks.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, the great white sharks off in the Mediterranean.
Not only that, we got back to the beach and then there's just fucking rubbish everywhere.
I've got a good story
No,
about
mate.
a lake, actually. Go on, you go first.
Well, no, you go. I'm just gonna.
I just want to swim
Like,
head first.
if you're talking about moments where you're on holiday and suddenly you have this realization and like
It's not a nice-
the cloudy, fluffy dreams like just puffs and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, go on.
Mine was in Egypt, and I had the.
Be fucking careful what you say, cunt.
No, I will be because I'm not gonna say exactly what this guy said. But
you know what he's
I
gonna say.
I had the misfortune of actually trying to get to know some of the locals, and they the thing is that these are some of the nicest people I've ever met, and then and you're just having a great chat. There was like a perfume shop. Like attached to the
Oh god, yeah.
to the
I
thing.
had the
and
misfortune of
I was
meeting
just
locals.
talking to them, and they were really nice. And then and it's just like, oh yeah, we love the British, but we hate the Americans. And I was like, yeah, I can see why. And he's like, yes, but they're not as bad as the Jew. And I'm just like, shit. And it's like, I cannot wait till our brothers unite to kill the Israelis. And
You
that's
did
like,
not hear this.
Yeah, and I was just like, that's like, because obviously they fought the 6-Day War in the 50s and 60s, and they just haven't. They still hate Israel.
This
they fucking
this
hate.
guy is that the geezer called Ramesses?
Yeah, I think it was him. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was literally it was that moment where I was just like, oh shit,
He was
and he wasn't just like he was talking about like I don't want to go into detail, but he was talking about like killing children and stuff. I was really uncomfortable, and I just noped the fuck out of there.
You didn't buy any perfume then. We
I
actually
wasn't gonna buy perfume
I was
anyway.
just trying to get some duty free, and
there's a vial of the Egyptian perfume
Oh, man, it
upstairs.
stinks.
Yeah, I think it smells quite nice. I remember a moment that happened to me in Egypt actually when we just got on the coach after the pyramids, and this geezer
you're
comes
not
up to
really
me.
selling Egypt to me.
No, this
so
geezer,
I'm
he
not
comes
gonna
up to
lie.
me.
I don't
and
recommend it personally.
He comes up to me and he's trying to sell me a rock.
Oh yeah.
You've told me this story.
It's on the.
Genius.
I saw him pick it up just off the floor. He put it in my hand, and then he was like, "You pay." I was like, "For this rock that you just picked it up off the floor." I saw
I love
you.
this man. This man's a genius.
He is amazing.
He picked a fucking rock off
He is
the
like
floor.
he is, you know, he's just a man trying to make a living.
I
honest
respect
living.
it, but at the same
Oh.
time, it's just like I haven't got any money. Your family got any money? And I'm like, no, I'm not
For
buying
the
a rock.
Was
I
it
kinda
was
wanted
it
to
because
give
it
it-
was like authentic pyramid rock?
No, it was floor rock.
Literally just
It was side of the road in Cairo rock.
we weren't even actually like, well, we were near the pyramids, but I'm pretty sure they don't let those guys go near the pyramids. Because the thing is that you like,
But he was following me onto the coach.
yeah, it was weird. Like
Trying to sell you a rock.
It's trying to sell
it
me
was
a rock.
weird. Like, because the thing is like, Egypt's such a weird place because.
At least carve my name in it.
Because like you, whenever you leave the main
At
areas,
least Andy Dufresne it. Fucking hell.
whenever you leave the main areas, you always have like security with you.
Yeah.
Because obviously terrorist threats, blah blah blah.
Especially the time we went.
Yeah. So we went like what like. There was like a bombing like 2 weeks later. But yeah, and enough about that. But you can see the security guys are roughing up some of the people because it's like because they clearly have like a rule where it's like, okay, you can bother them, you give me some of the cut. And it's like, but if like people start getting agitated by how bothered they are, you can see security people like, come with us, take it around the corner. Yeah,
Oh,
man. It
no.
literally. The thing about Egypt is the pyramids were amazing, but they weren't worth it really.
I think they were amazing.
Yeah, they were incredible. Egypt's a great place, but man, it's so poor and run down and just fucked up. It's just
Tourists annoy me too. So when we were in Egypt at the pyramids, there's people carving off bits of the pyramid to put in a bottle.
I know.
That's
I wanted to
cunty,
fucking
man.
like bash their skulls in with a fucking. Scythe
Everyone
or
was
whatever.
doing it.
Yeah, it was horrible. I think it's just pure shit.
I hope
And the
one
thing is
day
that
it goes on for so many years that someone's carving it and
Yeah,
the thing
but-
is like an upside down
Yeah,
pyramid
but
and it just fucking
the Egyptians
topples.
don't have a problem with it because you just pay the security a bit of money and they're just like, okay.
It's
Because
fucking
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it's just how it is though.
yes, but
We've been talking about this for a while, but there are plenty more holiday stories. I think
Yeah, we could easily come
we'll
back to
write
it.
some down and then make it a little bit more structured next time. But you know how
Yeah,
it is.
definitely.
We just go on a ramble.
I think you guys definitely want to hear the worst side of holidays as opposed to the nice ones.
yeah,
It's always the way.
we got loads of nice stories about holidays, but they're boring.
I've got more weird, crazy stories from being abroad. Because as English people, I think a lot.
You were a
surprises
woman
us.
once? You were abroad? Right, guys, we're going straight into the news now.
Oh shit!
It's Fat Boy News.
In the news.
Guys, got
News time.
Got a bit of news for you today.
Okay.
This is a bit of a mix mash of things that I've seen over the past week or two. The first story is loading. Failed attempt to put dead whale in dumpster was a mistake.
A dead whale in a dumpster.
Oh my god.
What? Why?
Oh my
Wait,
god.
what compelled them to think that was a good idea?
What? But you can look at it and tell that it's not going to fit.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, we got this motherfucking thing down.
How did they? How did they?
How they must have used like a crane or something.
Oh no!
Yeah, so you might want to put that picture up, Lewis. But that's
I'll put the picture up.
Absurd.
Fuck me. How did they get that far into that process before they were like, I don't think it's gonna fit, boys.
The thing is that when they're putting the crane and they're lowering it down, they must have just thought, okay, that's not gonna fit, take it off. But instead they were just like, oh, we're just gonna leave it there.
I don't know. I remember there was a disposal of a whale in the 80s, and it was so big that they decided to blow it up, and it was a mistake because all the whale blubber was like crushing cars and stuff.
Now the best thing to do is
it was mental, flying down.
If a whale beaches and it dies, is leave it there, and then you put like a cordon around it, and then you use it as a dog park. Dogs get a free meal. You know, I think that'd be pretty good. I've got great solutions to every problem.
Open a sushi.
I don't know about that, Greg.
I think that's a genius idea.
Fuck's sake.
Now this guy's a hero. Cannabis dispensary worker uses a bong to fight off bandits wielding bear spray.
Using what?
So these guys come in with
bear spray.
Pepper spray, bear spray,
When he
pepper
uses
spray
a
for
bong.
bears, and this geezer
That's some strong pepper spray.
mashes them up with a bong.
Yeah, but
So-
what, like a plastic one, a glass one, and smash on their head?
You know I only skim this shit.
No. With a bong.
Boom. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be pretty
With
funny.
his dong.
I wish things like this were caught on video. It'd be a lot
It was.
more.
Oh, I
was
tell
it?
you what,
Oh,
I saw.
shit.
Is there a video?
Yeah, if you want to watch it.
Yeah, I like mine.
So if you want to keep it.
Bong action.
I might be able to play it.
Oh shit, man, he's getting proper maced, isn't he?
No, he's getting...
Oh shit, he's about to throw the bong. What's he gonna do? Gonna fight? Oh shit.
Is he going to hit any of them with it?
Nah, man, you don't...
Oh, there we go.
Mashed.
Shit. He actually
Mashed with a bong.
got rid of him. That's pretty cool.
Bong.
Do you know what I find funny, though?
Those are shit robbers. They are pussies.
Yeah.
This is a funny little joke that I thought of when I first saw that. He's getting bear sprayed. How do you know if his eyes were before or after?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Awful.
You gotta add that sound effect.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got two more.
Okay.
Right.
Man accused of rubbing produce on his butt in grocery store.
That does not
Is
surprise
it bare butt? or
The funniest thing about this story is his name is Michael Dwayne Johnson.
What? That's crazy. But that does not surprise me. I think a lot of people need to realise that we live in a world of weirdos. There's probably a lot of people doing shit like
You've
this.
definitely eaten something before that's been rubbed on someone's butt.
Yeah, 100% without
Or dick.
knowing it. Yeah, it's just... People are just cunts. It's just we live in a world of cunts, and there's nothing wrong with that. You just got to live
There
with
was a story about this kid that was spunking in the burgers around Mackey's. But it's always...
That's
you hear that
everyone
everywhere.
has that rumour
Yeah.
in their
Loads of my
hometown.
friends used to work at the McDonald's near mine, and they used to tell me stories all the time about shit that goes on there. Never going to stop me eating it. Tastes good. But don't expect every time you go to McDonald's that it hasn't been dropped on the floor.
If you're ever serving something to Lewis, come in it first, he says.
Best one he told me was that they
Maccas-
farted on somebody's Egg McMuffin.
Some Maccas you can see whether
Doesn't
they
even
do or
change
not,
the
because some
taste.
Maccas have completely open kitchens
Yeah.
nowadays.
If
Right,
you're in the
guys.
drive-thru though,
We've
That's
joked about
true.
this,
I get
this
all my
man
food through the
before,
drive-thru.
and we all know that the Cosby has been sent to prison.
Rest in peace, my brother.
Well, he's gonna die there, so that is.
Oh
fine.
yeah, I'm surprised he's already dead.
Hopefully.
But
He's really half dead. He doesn't even talk like a normal human being anymore.
Oh, Greg, you fucking hell, Greg! Stop interject. Watch this back and see how much time Greg just interject.
Look how fucking red that went.
Yeah.
Go on. What's the Cosby up
Bill
to?
Cosby falls down prison steps after being hit by a hot dog bun.
I fucking hope that's true.
You talk about being frail, you get hit by a hot dog bun and it sends you down a flight of stairs.
I imagine
You are not lasting very long
going
in
down the
prison.
stairs like, oh hey.
That's another thing. I want it to be caught on camera. Because I want to see him like afterwards. He's like, whoa.
Oh fuck it.
Dodging the buns, like.
Yeah, how many buns did he dodge till that one hit him?
Do you know what's funny, right? Like, Out of all the things to throw in a prison, a hot dog bun is stupid.
Why not the hot dog?
Because they normally, what they do is they like fill their hands with cum and shit and chuck it at people. But the song user's just like, nah, today's a hot dog bun. And you think of a prison one, it's probably quite hard. It might be like rock. Like a rock.
It's enough to knock him down the fucking stairs.
Maybe he was just doing a comedy act. Like a Norman Wisdom sort of, hey guys, whoa, hey!
On the stairs!
Hey, he was just trying to make his prisoners, like fellow prisoners, laugh so they didn't rape them.
Oh, God. Oh.
Have we got any agony cunt?
I don't think so.
So that's your... I think we got enough today anyway, so...
Yeah, come on, guys. We really need your agony cunt fucking
Instagram,
questions and advice. I ask at the end of every
messages.
podcast.
Also, guys, we have a tip jar. Tips go
Yes.
towards stuff we've actually bought. We said in the last podcast, we bought a USB stick with the money that you sent us. So thank you very much.
Here it is. Here's your... Oh, no, I don't have it.
Which
He's already lost
I had to open it by bashing it with a hammer, so it's a little bit broken. But
Just a bit.
it needed that little bit of matte chunk magic.
Chunk. Thanks, Chunk.
Greg,
okay.
I need some advice from you on something.
I got some pictures of your mum.
Take it back.
Real
Take it home. Got
Yeah.
Greg.
What?
We need advice on her.
I know you definitely can't help me on this.
I'm not gonna help you on anything.
Really?
Advice wise.
How do I satisfy a woman with a small penis? With me having a small penis.
You just go down on them until they shut up, and then you just blow your load. Boom.
Just go down until they fucking
Well,
just
shut
shut
up.
up.
Well, yeah, until they're like, all right, yeah, that's enough. You know what I mean? Until they like, you know, like they're until they, you know what I mean, like.
Is that your telltale sign of when a woman's done?
Yeah, it's
that's,
like...
That's enough.
Like, no, all you gotta do is you gotta... The best way to do it is... If you satisfy them that way, then they don't give a shit about the sex afterwards, because they've already had the fun.
Here we go. Agony cunt is a fucking full-on pimp. Guys,
True, it's just...
our next podcast
Gim.
is going to be this. We're going to do a competition between Greg and Lewis. I'm going to read out Urban Dictionary sexual things, and they have to guess what it is.
That's a fucking brilliant
If they
idea.
get them wrong, there's going to be a forfeit. We don't know what it is yet because we're going to have
Can
to...
we get those ones that are always like... They're just like...
It's going to be what
Native to a country, weird word. It's like...
Alabama Hot Pocket.
Yeah, the
Alaskan
Chinese
Pipeline.
watercress.
Yeah,
Like, just
so
weird,
it's going to be
bizarre
the ones like that,
shit.
but ones that aren't very well known because me and you've definitely talked about.
I
some
know a
before.
handful, but not loads, because there's fucking hundreds of them.
I've never encountered these
So
things
we're
before.
going to
I
be
think I'm
doing
going to
that.
win then.
It's that. Yeah.
That's a great idea.
That was an idea that I did think of, but I hadn't prepared for. So that will be the next one.
Right, okay. I think that's all we've got time for, really. Please send in your agony cunt questions. I'll probably put up an Instagram photo
Do you need
later
any
on.
advice?
Do I need any advice?
Yeah.
Hair growth.
I can give you some advice on hair growth.
Just give me some words of wisdom that you think I need to hear.
Grow some hair.
Fucking Muttley.
Kettle's boiled. But
Bye, guys.
love you guys.
Fuck.
Oh, and like this video, it helps us.
Grow some hair. That'll put some hair on your chest.